of Face Mask. What?
That was 10.
This is episode 5 of Face Mask Friday.
Corny.
You're corny. For today's Face Mask Friday, somebody wanted me to bring my baby sister Joy.
Yeah.
Better known as 𝐵𝐞𝐭 𝐓𝐵. I'm going to put her Instagram on the screen for you guys so that you guys can go follow her, because as you guys already know, if you've been here for a while, my little sister is a MUA prodigy and she is out here killing it, okay? She has her booking open for September, but she's really, really talented, so you guys go and check her page out. The topic y'all wanted us to discuss was high school. I graduated from high school, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, me too.
Was it 2? 3 years ago? That's OD. Well, I graduated from high school 3 years ago, so high school is a little bit far away from me in my memory right now. I feel like I'm sounding mad old. Like I'm not old.
What the hell? You about to be 20?
I'm not old.
You're gonna be 20.
That's not old.
Yes, you're not a teenager no more. That's old.
Deadass. This is my last. Like September is my last month as a teenager. You guys.
Forget you. I'm gonna be 18 next year.
You got 11 months. What's 10?
12, 10?
10 months? She thinks she's gonna be 18, but she'll always be 15 in my eyes, you guys.
Well, wait, no. It was 12 before.
But yes, we're gonna be talking about high school and like experiences and little tips that we have for you guys to survive high school, because I survived it and she's currently surviving it because she's about to graduate. This is her last year. So I feel like we pretty much can give you guys some good advice.
Hashtag senior. Hashtag senior season. Hashtag class of 2020.
Oh my god, this does look like a hashtag.
You never seen nobody do that?
I don't know. I do have a video that I did with my older sisters, Jade and Bria, when I was going to college. So those are some college tips for you guys who are going to college. But for those of you who are going to high school or who are currently in high school, you guys, this video is for you. While we're talking, we're going to be putting on this mask right here. Let me get closer.
It's green. It looks like baby food.
It's a detox mask from Teamy Blend. It is a green tea matcha lemongrass clay mask. So we will be using this while we are talking to you guys about our high school experiences. Okay? Okay. So let's get into it. But
dry.
Ew. You need to lotion your feet.
I did lotion them. They just soaked up on them. Let me use some of this.
Her feet are dry. But I'm opening it up. Hopefully you guys can see it from there.
Wow.
It's... Oh, it smells good. Smell it.
Oh yeah, it does smell good.
It smells like a spa.
Just doesn't look good.
I've been feeling to go to a spa, you guys.
Are you gonna put it on for me?
No, you're gonna do it.
Never.
Yes. So you guys, what would be one of my biggest tips about high school?
Have friends. That's the biggest tip of high school. I feel like you go into high school expecting to make all these new friends, and you have the like opportunity to, but like I feel like if you're going into high school, you should get that out of your head.
Oh, bro, our face needs to be dampened.
Nobody.
Hold on, you guys. My face has to be damp. That's why you should read instructions. This mask says to allow 10 to 15 minutes to dry. So we'll time it, and then if we don't finish talking...
It's dripping on me!
Don't let it drip. Okay, your face is wet. Okay, but anyways, here we go. So, like Joy was saying,
like me personally, I didn't have a lot of good friends in middle school that I kept. I had some, yes, but like I was expecting to come to high school and like make a lot of new friends and just have that as like my friends that I'm gonna have for life, and like just have a big group of friends just friends in general. Like that was the one thing that I was looking forward to in high school, like making new friends, having a big friend group, especially because I feel like Jade had a big friend group, so I was expecting that. But that was like, I feel like it's different for everybody, but at the same time it's like something you should not worry about too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I felt that way more so about college than I did about high school, because I don't know, I made the mistake of in high school being really attached to a guy, and so me and him used to do everything together, so I never really needed friends like that. And then also because my sister JD was really like well known, I never really had to make my own friends. Like I just had my older siblings and I had her, and that was enough for me, especially because like all my life I really like just ended up in issues with people for no reason. Like people would always just find some reason to not like me or say something about
me. Our whole family. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know why, but so at some point I was just like, having friends, I'm going to just mind my business and do what I came here to do, and at the end of the day I have my siblings, so I'm gonna be gooch. And again, all the teachers used to get along with me, so I never really needed kids as friends because I used to hang out with the teachers. But when it comes to that, like that being a tip of just not expecting that, I definitely think that that saves a lot of people a lot of heartache, because honestly, when you're at that age, I feel like you don't even really know what type of friends you want to have. And in high school, your friend group really does determine your experience. Like if you don't have friends that don't go, if you have friends that don't want to go to games and stuff like that, then you're never really going to go to games, so you're never really going to have that experience. So kind of like being a floater, being somebody who just fits in where you fit and you just do what you want, is the best bet for you. And then the people that are meant for you will come to you, but don't go friend seeking. I guess that's what the moral of the story is.
Don't go friend seeking.
Don't go friend seeking.
You could make one friend and not be the best friend that you ever have. Like that's all you need. So exactly. Like it's less.
Anymore?
I don't know. It's less about having a lot of friends and more about the quality of your friends. Like I feel like that's something everybody knows though.
Quality over quantity. I do feel like that. And the friends that you make in your first year are not the friends that you're gonna stay with throughout the whole years. Well, not all of them, at least.
Facts. My friend group changed so many times.
So when it comes to friends, just be a lone ranger. Be open to speaking to people. Be open to like experiencing things, but don't lock yourself down, especially with friends that like feel like you're tied down to them, or they feel like you can't have other friends, because that's even worse than not having no friends. It's wanting to have friends but not wanting to lose the one friend that you have, so you just be like, okay. Another thing I would say is to understand that everybody is trying to figure themselves out, so I wouldn't take anything too personally. Like there are some people I went to high school with that I never got along with, or that always had to say about me, and now they're like trying to be like my best friend, or like after I graduated, it kind of was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna miss you so much, and I was kind of like, you didn't even really seem like you liked me like that.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's on my finger now. What do? I just wiped it off like in my hand.
Guys, me and Ice went to school together for 1 year.
Ow.
I feel like I had the same, like you know how you were talking about how you had your family, so it didn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
I was like that my freshman year. Like everybody else, like the freshmen, everybody else was grouping up and making this big friend group, and I was not part of that because I had Ice, and I had Ice's friends, which were like became my family, my siblings. So I didn't really need nobody. I was kind of a loner in freshman year. I had this one friend that I was close with, so that goes back to saying that like I wasn't looking for a lot of friends. Well, I was when I first came in, but then I realized I didn't really need them, and I didn't really want to be part of like a group. Like I didn't want to be part of that first coming in, finding yourself group, because I kind of didn't need that.
I feel that. I feel like it's just the group thing. I've never fit into a group. I've never fit into like, okay, the cool kids, okay, the weird kids, okay, the nerds. Like there's so many different parts of me that just fit in every group that I can't just decide, okay, I want to be with the cool kids, because then you start hanging out with another group of people, and then it's like, oh my god, you're fake, and I can't deal with shit like that. So I was really to myself and with that guy. But
yeah,
Another tip I would say about like high school and dealing with drama is not to deal with it at all.
Exactly.
Like,
just ignore it.
Exactly. The more that you pay attention to it is the bigger it gets. The more fire you throw on it, the more gas you throw on the flame, the bigger it gets. And I noticed that with like, when people used to say shit about me, I used to like, in the beginning, it would be like, okay, let me address this. Let me see what's going on. Like, and at some point, it was kind of like, people can say whatever they want to say because I know it's the truth. And I was so much more at peace, and I was able to focus on what the hell I was actually in school for. When I was just like, you know what, people are going to say what they want to say. They're going to have their own opinions. I'm going to live my life because I don't come here to impress any of you anyways.
And people really say stuff just to start something.
Exactly. People really make up stuff just to have, like, I remember when my sister, Jade, was in school with me, there was this girl that was in her grade, and she deadass used to just go to people and just make up stuff and create issues because that's just what she wanted to do. It's like people really be bored, and then you have to also think about that goes back to people trying to figure themselves out. Like, people like that have trauma, people like that have things that they have to deal with, so it's not always about you as much as it is about them needing attention or wanting to take away something from you because they feel a certain way towards you because they're not you. Does that make sense? Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
There's been more than
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
Ah, our faces are gonna fall off.
They're not. What else tips do you think?
Do as much as possible.
What do you mean, like go to games and stuff?
Well, yeah, like everything in general that do at high school, like being a teenager, stuff. Like, don't, like, I'm not saying don't wait, but like this quarantine is like a good example of like when it's too late. Like, certain things that you want to do, certain things you wish you would have done, you don't have the chance to do it now because school is not even the same no more. You don't have the chance to go to games, you don't have a chance to join the track team, you don't have a chance to join that cooking club, you don't have a chance to do those things now. So I don't know if it's gonna go back to normal, but like even if it does, you still have to do things before it's too late. And that's what I tried to do. Like, even so, with volleyball, because I've been playing volleyball for, well, this would have been my 4th year, but I don't even know if the season's gonna be open or whatever.
Yeah, could you imagine if you had waited?
Yeah, I was gonna wait till sophomore year to join, but my siblings pushed me to join freshman year. And that's also something with friends too, because I wanted to join when I had friends on the team, so I wouldn't be alone. But yeah,
sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah, sorry.
I feel that, because that's something that I wanted to do. I actually, when I was in high school, I actually wanted to learn how to play volleyball because I wanted to do it, but I never believed in myself enough to do it, and I never really had friends that believed in me enough to do it either, so I never really took that step. But if there was anything that I would have done back in high school, it would have been play a sport. It would have been join something that I could have had like a team and had that whole experience, because I was there for Joy's experience and I was there for Jade's. Like, I was always following along, I was always there, I was holding the book bags, I was getting the food, I was making sure they were okay. But actually being a part of it would have been something cool. And also, high school is something that is not going to live with you forever. Like, I feel like people think everything they do in high school is like it, like that's them growing up, and it's really not. Like, you think that you have to hold it, you feel like everything holds so much weight. Like, when I was in high school, they were telling me, okay, you have to get a job, you have to make sure you have a major, you have to make sure you have all these classes and have all these grades so that colleges will want you and all this shit like that. And then look at me, I'm a f***ing dropout, so it doesn't make no sense.
And I'm not going to college, so.
Exactly, look at that. And also, when I think about it, like, I was stressing myself out and I was saying, okay, I need to choose a degree for a job that I can get paid like a minimum of $60,000 a year. Like, I felt like $60K would be good for me. And now, y'all know I trade and whatnot. I'm about to hit a rank in that business that is gonna make me $60K a year, and I didn't have to go to college. I didn't have to do anything that I really did not want to do. I decided how I wanted to give my time. You guys know college was some shit for me, but anyways, and when you're in high school, just don't stress it too much. Like, it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of your life if you decide that you don't know what you want to do as yet. It's not the end of the world, it's not the end of your life if you make a mistake in high school. Like, I feel like that person I was in high school is like gone, like erased. So, you know, as long as you don't do no crazy shit. I mean,
I feel like everyone feels like what happens in high school will haunt them.
Yeah, because I feel like people condition people to feel that way. Like, this is that time of your life where you're preparing for the rest of your life. It's really not. I promise you guys. Literally, it's just like another middle school, but, you know, older people, you're going through things personally. I feel like, if anything, high school is a personal journey. It's more of, okay, me figuring out who I want to be, me figuring out what type of people I want to hang around, me just, like, going through things that shape you as a person. That's really what it is. Even like academically, it really shouldn't be as stressful as people make it. But when you're an overachiever, I can get that for you, but really it's not that deep. It's really not worth it. Just live your life, honestly. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's important to be careful of who you let into your mind out here.
While it's still developing.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that made me want to be something that I wasn't, and that I'm still not, but because I was around them all the time, because they like were doing all these things around me and I felt like I was the only one who wasn't, it made me want to be like them. It made me think that being like them was better. And you gotta kind of understand, and this is something that I'm learning now, who you are meant to be, who you are pulled to be on your own, like your spirit, your path, is not always going to match up with other people's, but that doesn't make them better. Like the whole cool kid nerds or whatever, as long as you believe that you're the shit, you can be a nerd and still be the hottest shit walking.
Yeah, I'm a nerd, guys. I think I'm like half and half. Fling on her friends, so it's good.
Karma's a bitch. That's a point too. Like, treat people how you want to be treated. Don't spread rumors. Don't do shit that you don't want to come back to you, because I guarantee you that it will come back to you.
She just didn't know how to treat me as a friend. Like, I cared about her way too much, and she cared about everybody else way more.
I feel like I had a friend like that too, but it was like there was underlying stuff in that, and that goes back to people trying to figure themselves out. Like, it's not personal about you, it's just they don't even know how to love themselves sometimes, so how do you expect them to love you? High school made me realize that a lot of people grow up so broken, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to be a guidance counselor, because I felt like the way that some people turned out in high school, like the way I saw some people like selling drugs, and I saw some people just scamming, and I see some people like coming to school every day and getting in fights and shit like that, I always looked at that as that could have been prevented if somebody would have said something to them in their earlier stages of life, or been there for them to know that they had better options. So that's something that you really have to keep in mind. You're going to be in school with a lot of broken people, and as you get older, it's not going to change. Like, you're still going to be surrounded by a lot of broken people, so you have to learn how to maneuver with broken people and kind of understand, again, it is not personal how people treat you. A lot of the times how people treat you is a reflection of how they treat themselves, or how they're treated in more intimate settings. I mean, I know a little something. What else do you think was like very, very important for your journey?
It's okay to make mistakes. Like, it's okay to mess up. Like, I think that connects to kind of like what happens in high school is not gonna haunt you. Like, I feel like everybody feels like they gotta be perfect and they gotta do everything right, but like, you're still a kid.
What is right?
What is right?
Ooh, there we go. Timer. Hold on, guys, we're gonna go wash this thing off. We'll be back. That mask was good, you guys. I feel
My lip stuff. Oh, my sister.
You can use this. I feel like that mask was really, really good.
The best thing in the world.
I feel like it got like the excess oil out of my skin. I've been like, my nose has been feeling like very what's the word? Polluted? I don't know. My nose just has been feeling very like oily, and like it needed a deep cleanse, and that definitely did that for me.
Clogged?
Yeah, clogged. My pores are really clogged. Not like blackhead clogged, but just like enough that I could like feel it, and it was a lot of excess oil, and I didn't know how to get it out, but we got a new mask.
Putting oils on our face. That one has flowers in it.
Yeah,
Okay, be safe, love you.
This is a rose serum that I got from a Jamaican girl.
Put it on my face.
Her brand is called Cured by Nature. I've been using her soap and this oil, and my skin has been loving it. This is like rose oil. It's for hyperpigmentation. It's for moisture. It's for a whole lot of other things that she had on a card. I love her packaging because on the card it tells you what these things are for and how to use them properly. So I've been using this day and night.
Do not rub your face in a circle like that. What's wrong with you? You gotta rub it in one direction. You're gonna create wrinkles.
What, like this?
Yeah, your forehead you can go like that. And
My
under
cheeks
here you
is
can go
go
like this. Not like this.
Like to the side?
Yeah.
I didn't know
And
that.
your chin you can go out or down.
I did not know that. I learned something new, you guys.
Yeah.
How do you rub your eyelids?
You rub them out, but just don't rub them in a circle. Or you could rub them, no, don't rub them in, just rub them out.
Okay, that is cool. I learned how to moisturize my face today.
So you don't get wrinkles. Well, I feel like, can you avoid wrinkles? Well,
I don't really think you can, but like
premature wrinkles.
Okay, that makes more sense. One more thing that we wanted to talk to you guys about, just because I feel like it's important to high school, is the whole dating thing. I feel like when I was in high school, I did not intend to date. Like, I told myself I wasn't going to. I told myself high school was going to be about me, finding me, because most of the years of my life I was bullied. I never knew who I really was. Like, there was a lot of shit that happened. So I was like, you know what, high school, I'm not going to date anybody. I'm not going to get myself involved in any deep friendships and shit like that. I just want to figure out who Ice is. Now, unfortunately, it did not go that way. But, as for that, I cannot say my bad experience will be everybody else's bad experience, because it is nice to have someone, like, when it's good, it's good. You know, like, it's cute to have, like, okay, we go to games together, and okay, we hold hands in the hallway, and you buy them a breakfast and shit like that. But the other extra shit that comes with relationships sometimes can be a lot, and you don't want to be distracted. So if you know yourself, if you know you're distracted by conflict, or you know you'll be even distracted by being in conflict with someone that you love, then I don't think relationships are for you in high school. Because when I was dealing with my situationship, I was arguing all the time. It wasn't a good look on my part. You know, it was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff happening. Everybody was in our business. So I guess that's one thing, you know. Don't have everybody in your business.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what I learned from that. If you're going to be in a relationship, don't have everybody in your business. Also, be real with yourself and understand that you do not have to be a ride or die for somebody who is 15, 16 years old. 16, 17, 18 years old. Like, have respect for yourself. You know, if they are not doing something, or they're not treating you some way, or they don't have nothing planned for their lives, then you don't have to say, just because we dated or we're dating now, that we're going to be together forever. You know? Sometimes relationships are lessons.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, this one has a whole boyfriend right now, so.
Why can't that expose me? What the hell? I feel like relationships are nice to have. I feel like they kind of...
They're nice to have.
No, they are. I feel like...
Make it sound like a dog. Like, dogs are nice to have.
No, yeah. Having a boyfriend's like having a dog.
Oh my God.
They buy you stuff and they take care of
Dogs
you.
do not buy you nothing.
I mean, when they treat you right, like...
Yeah.
They're like good to have. And like... I feel like when you have the right person, like, I mean, obviously in relationships you're gonna fight all the time, but like at the same time, what they bring, like, or what they are to you adds to your life.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're struggling, or you feel like, well, in school everyone's stressed and, you know, stuff. It shouldn't add to your stress. Like, it should make things easier and lighter. Like, I feel like it should never be like something that distracts you as a burden, and if it is, then, you know,
Let him go.
Yep.
Let that man go. Get it, mango?
What is mango?
Let that man go.
What is mango?
M-A-N-G-O. M-A-N-G-O.
I know what it spells, but like, why? What does mango have to do with anything?
Let that man go.
You know, whatever.
Mango is
I
spelled
get
like mango.
No, I get it. I get it. It's okay.
She doesn't get it. But yeah, I feel like if you're in something that's peaceful like that, and y'all both understand that you're young, and you let it be what it is, and you're not like putting stress on each other to be something for each other, to be each other's happiness and shit like that, then it could possibly work. I've seen high school relationships work out really, really well and then end after high school, just because you grow as a person afterwards, and then maybe you start thinking about things that you didn't think about before. Like one of my friends, they were really, really in love in high school with this person, and they got older, and it was like they realized that if they're gonna build a life with each other, certain values have to be the same, or they have to see eye to eye on certain things, and they didn't. So as much as they loved each other, it was like, I'm not willing to compromise this for my future life, and they had to like call it quits. And it wasn't a nasty breakup, but it was just like you realize that you're not that same person that you were when you guys first started dating. But again, there are high school sweethearts, there are all these relationships that work out and they grow so beautifully. So I don't discourage you guys from having these relationships. I just say be very, very cautious, and make sure that you remember that you are still young, that you are still growing, and that you are not a housewife. You are not a house husband. I feel like that's where I went wrong too. I tried to be everything for that person. I tried to be mom, sister, brother, best friend, everything. And it didn't work out, especially when you're dealing with somebody who's broken. That's another thing. You want to watch out for people who are broken, because you are not a therapist.
You're not a therapist. You have your own things to deal with.
Yeah, I really feel like that's it. As long as you stay true to yourself, you stay on you remember why you're in school, you ask for the help that you need, you mind your business, you'll be good.
Mind that business.
Minding your business is a big one, especially because you don't want to be caught like, did you hear that happened to this, and then they'd be like, bitch, she was talking about you, and then you in a fight all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. And again, live it up. Do everything that you want to do everything that your heart desires. Do not let fear stop you. Allow yourself to blossom into the best version of yourself, because you're either gonna go out into the world after you graduate, or you're gonna go into college, which is worse, after you graduate. So you gotta be strong to survive in college, and that's more than just academically. That is also very, very socially. You know, there's a lot of things that you have to be prepared for when you go to college. But yes, also not act your age, but enjoy where you're at in life. That's my last tip. Enjoy where you're at in life, because now I'm about to be 20. That's not old, but
20 years old.
I'm about to be 20, and that means that like my mom was 21 when she had my sister Jade. So that just goes to show you that a lot of people, like, this is that age where people are starting families. Like, so much of my friends are pregnant. So much of like people I know are having kids, or moving to different states, or like starting their careers of their dreams. And it's like, wow, like we really are the age for that. And people, like, we're at the age where we're allowed to be at clubs, and we're allowed to party, and we're allowed to do these things, and it's not illegal. But if you've wasted your whole younger life doing shit like that, what is there for you to do in your older life? You know?
Go to jail.
And then also, it's like, you don't want to grow up too fast, because grown-up problems are so much bigger than younger people problems. Like, y'all be mad about who's talking about who, and you left your assignment at home. This is like, okay, I have this bill to pay, I have this coming up, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Am I just wasting my life away? You're in school, you still have that direction, you still have that help, you still have all these resources there for you. So be a child as much as possible. Allow your parents to love you and cradle you as much as possible, because when you're on the bus by yourself, when you're trying to figure out how to take an Uber, or you got to figure out because they're not figuring it out for you anymore, life gets much harder. So appreciate the childhood, or the youth while you have it. And I don't like to say youth because I'm still young, but you guys get what I mean. Just enjoy where you're at, and don't try to grow up too fast. Like, don't try to be popping out kids in high school. I know people who have had kids in high school. You're a kid having a kid. And that's not any shade to anybody who has kids, because obviously I know that I've seen a lot of people step up to the plate. But you don't want to put yourself in that position, because again, once you have a child, you don't live for you anymore. You live for that child. You live to serve that child. So try not to put yourselves in positions to have children.
No kids in high school, please.
Please.
And that's it.
And that's it. That's really all we have. Do you have anything on your head to say?
No.
Okay. Well, I am so happy that you guys watched till the end. I hope that you guys were able to get some value from us, from hearing her perspective and from hearing my perspective. Drop a unicorn down below and video topics that you guys want for the next time that we feature Glitter Gambino.
Yeah.
I will see you guys next video. Later.